I never thought it possible, Eivor, that you would rally Saxons and Norse under your black-feathered banner.
They see the tyranny of this elf king. He would crush them all under heel and plug their hearts with his god.
So what is the plan, Eivor?
When is their feast day?
A few nights from now, but their revelry has already begun. We should attack now.
That is unwise. Soldiers pace the paths of the village.
Then the night of the feast, under cover of darkness. That is when we will strike.
Ubba will not have died in vain.
We await your instructions, Eivor.
I will greet my allies first.
Good. Come find us again when you are ready.
Do you believe the Saxon lord? Is Ubba really dead?
Aye. A few survivors found their way to us. The great man is gone. The last vestiges of Ragnar's legacy begin to fade.
We have lost many firebloods. This land has sapped our strength. There will be too few of us to settle when we are done.
All is ready. And your allies have arrived. Speak to them if you like. I'll be here when you're done.
Gidrich. After Rochester, I was not sure you would come again.
I've chosen my side. It would sooner bet a hog than allow Alfred to pillage the land of love.
Guthrum will trample Alfred's ambitions like weeds in the dirt. Mercia might rise further yet.
Perhaps I shall one day sit upon the throne of all England. King Gidrich the drunken ass.
I'll raise a cup to that.
You soft-cheeked Anglo boys. Have you brought your mothers with you?
My mother is worth 10 of your men.
I do not doubt it. I have seen those strong Saxon hens clucking round the hearth as you farmers play with your cocks.
Ha! And she'd welcome you in Colchester Valley. Better than those sour-lipped thanes who haunt our hall.
Look, you Saxon bedwetters. Here is a real warrior.
Vili, leave these poor boys alone. Their ears are too delicate for the filth you pour in.
Boys is right. This streak of cat piss is barely off his mother's tit. And the Essex boy has hands like a milkmaid.
Ha! Such fiendish ribaldry between you two. You laugh in the face of fear. Tweak old man Death's beard.
I will do my mother and my lord proud today, Eivor. The Lord knows, I have not been the best of sons.
Good to see your spirits high. Fight well, my friends, and we'll feast together in victory. Tefter, it is good to see you.
I gave you my word. Besides, Alfred's faith is strict and he has no love for pagans.
You have changed much from that god-whipped boy. That is good to see.
I was always him, but my faith was like a veil. I am glad you helped me lift it.
And now another education. You'll see how we Norse bads fight.
I am all aquiver with anticipation.
I didn't think you were going to be here tonight. I figured you'd be in bed.
There you are.
Lufvida, my old friend. And I see you have convinced your husband to stumble southwards.
I couldn't let her carve all the glory for herself. Ljuvina was just boasting of her heroics in Sussex.
She took the fort single-handed, while the rest of us sat back and sipped mead. You should have seen her.
I have come to make sure my warrior wife's enthusiasm for battle does not get her slaughtered.
Have you ever met a woman less in need of a guardian than me, Eivor?
You will have one nonetheless.
You, Eivor, will not know.
I know. This last of May, I hope the dead will be cleared. I long to return home to our own war paths.
Well, where we're at in this now is, yeah, I called out sick from work tonight. My back is, I could barely walk when I woke up for work. Tried to walk it off and just kind of walk around the house, but I couldn't walk. Couldn't even get my pants on. I was hurting so bad, so I got to call out. I'll try to go to work tomorrow, but I mean, it's better now than what it was when I woke up, but we'll see. But for the sake of the story, there's quite a bit that happened. Sigurd is home. He's chilled out, and he turned over leadership to Eivor. Sigurd has divorced his wife Randvi, so now Eivor is the one in charge, because he followed Sigurd back to Norway, where Sigurd talked crap to his father. Then he went off to this temple, for lack of a better word, I don't know what else to call it, temple, where it was obviously made from the ancients, had a lot of technology to include elevators of sorts. There was some trippy visions going on, and this big giant machine that looked like something out of a sci-fi movie that came down and picked up people, and it was like another Animus. When you get there, there was one person in it already, and it was kind of like the Matrix, that you plugged into this thing and it took to another simulation within the simulation. It was kind of weird, like it was Valhalla. It was kind of trippy, like Groundhog Day, the same thing happening over and over. Until finally there was a big showdown with Odin himself, and it was revealed that Sigurd is actually a reincarnation of Tyr, and Eivor is a reincarnation of Odin. Long story short, defeated Odin, got out, and then in the process of doing that, it was revealed that Basim was a betrayer. Well, we didn't forget about the father. That's what we're doing now. Just working up to that point. Come to find out, Basim was actually a betrayer. He was luring Sigurd there all along. Took Sigurd hostage. There was a big fight with him. But when you win, you find out that. Well, before that, in order to get there, there was also you win, and then he ends up getting killed. But then it shifts to the future, where that girl Layla was the one that's actually, I think that's her name, who's actually attached to the machine. That's the memories that we're reliving as Eivor's, is this Layla girl. Well, come to find out that the secret message that she got was from somebody else. So, based on the information where this temple is that Sigurd brought them to, turns out to be almost just down the street from where they were in real life, in the future. So they drove their little minivan down the street to the same exact temple in Norway, and went inside, and actually went to the exact same spot where that machine was. And she brought with her this Staff of Eden, which is one of those Eden pieces. With the Staff of Eden, was able to resurrect anything. So she went down there to keep herself alive because of radiation. And then when she's down there and she activates this machine to save the world, it activated that Animus machine, which snatched her up and took her into that little simulation of Eivor's. But when she did that, she dropped the staff. Then that's when you get into a big fight. You win the fight, and then when it goes back to what's going on in the actual world, Basim, in the current time, got a hold of the staff. So Basim is now alive in the present with the rest of the other people, which is kind of weird now. I don't understand what's going on with this, but Basim used the staff somehow. I don't know how he did when he was dead, but it just showed him having the staff, and he came back to life. So he was a corpse, and then all of a sudden he was back to life, just like that. And in his place, the girl Layla, she stays in the machine and stays in the machine in order to help what I believe to be Desmond in the machine in order to come up with some calculations for the greater good. It never said exactly what they were doing. But, so now she's stuck in the machine forever, Now Basim comes out, and he goes back to that little cottage where they all were. And Basim now plugs into the Animus where the girl was, so now here we are again. So it kind of switched out. So Layla's gone. Basim is now the person that hooked up to the Animus in her place in the current day. And when we go back into the simulation is when Sigurd and Eivor are coming home, and Sigurd turns over leadership of the village to Eivor. So now Eivor is the leader. He's the Jarl. And now we're at the point where we're going after King Aelfred, which we've figured out at this point that he is the father, and it opened up in a whole other chapter here. And also, just so that we can show it, everybody's dead except for the father. And as far as skills, I'm maxed out at 400. And it actually gave me a mastery skill here. So it's like +1. So I cannot get any stronger. And now we're on the final chapter where we went to go meet with King Aelfred after the Vikings took over this town from King Aelfred. He got mad and they had little negotiations. And during the negotiations, he said that while we were over here negotiating, his guys killed a group of his men to include Ubba, which is one of Eivor's good friends. And now Eivor just kind of lost his crap, and now we're just basically fighting everything and everybody. And we're going to invade Winchester, which is the largest city in the game, I think. That's the ultimate goal here, is we're going to invade, because the plan was that we were just going to turn over Wyndham here, and then Eivor said, no, screw that, burn everything to the ground, and then we're going to kill everybody in the way over here to Winchester. We're going to take over Winchester and kill King Aelfred, which I don't think they've revealed it yet of him being the father, but I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.9% sure it's him. And the guy just deserves to die at this point. He's just being a total dick to everybody. But that's the ultimate goal here, is to take over Winchester and assassinate King Aelfred. And I've gathered all of my allies. All of my allies from all over the continent have shown up. And that's where I'm at right now, as I'm just kind of going around talking to all my allies that have shown up. These are all of the leaders of all the different places that I've been, are all here.
Stand tall. A light heart lifts all those around them.
Eivor! Who would not be joyous, grieving at your side?
And how do you feel?
Eivor is Eivor. We're just reliving his memories.
I have learned some of the Christ Lord's teachings. He preaches peace where our gods delight in battle.
It's just a different person that's in the Animus.
We have many battles to wage before the end.
It's a little confusing.
My axe ready, my heart stout.
The girl came out, she's in the Animus in the temple forever. And then Basim, in the current day, hooked himself up to the Animus. And we just kind of picked up from where we left off with him in the machine instead of her. I'm not really sure how that logic works, but that's what they did.
Eivor! It's good to see you.
Erkin, and Stowe. I released you from your debt, and yet you came.
London is quiet enough, and Stowe here felt the sharp stab of conscience.
Could not let you down, Eivor. That's not what an honorable man does. So here I am, despite my reservations.
And you, brother, I did not think you would be here either.
I have seen to my brother, sent him to Valhalla with great goods. I am done with sorrow, Eivor. Now I am bloody angry.
So, whatever Basim's doing, he's now in the present day. This has never happened before, so I don't know. That's going to have to be something for a whole other game. Which, rumor has it, the next game will take place in feudal China. But those have only been rumors.
Deola, you have come again at my call.
I have, but this does not sit well with me, Eivor. This is a Christian feast, and the people here are not soldiers.
I come only for Alfred.
Innocents will die for your ambitions. I am your ally now, but after this, I must turn back to Mercia. I have much to repent.
So long as I cannot lose your friendship, your oath will be fulfilled.
Well, this is probably like, I don't know, the 8th or 9th or 10th Assassin's Creed game at this point. I'm sure there will be many more. I really like this one. Alright, we ready to get this, we're ready to get this attack going here? Because this is the big one. This is the final battle. We're gonna, this little square right here. Winchester, the entire city of Winchester. This is gonna be our goal right here. Here we go.
Eivor, you made it unscathed.
Let us speak of our plan to take Chippenham. Let us plan our approach. But whatever happens, Alfred is mine.
They are not expecting us. We should not meet much resistance on the way.
Then quietly through the fields. It will already be too late once they see us.
We have to go through.
Saxons can be our eyes to the west. Better to keep their soft hands away from the
We're gonna have to go through this little town called Chippenham first.
Nobles have arrived for the festivities already.
Good. If we capture the Thanes, there will be no danger when I confront Alfred.
And we could persuade them to support a new king of Wessex. I will subdue the lords.
Take Deolaf and Tefta with you. They could prove useful in convincing the Thanes. Rodin, take Edkinstow and capture the garrison. Make quick work of any Saxons that dare cross into the village.
Gladly, Eivor.
We each know our parts. May they blunt their swords against our might. Tonight, Wessex's last resistance will crumble.
I follow you, Eivor.
And I.
Be ravening wolves and croaking ravens. Stand firm, your axe arms strong, and together we will win this final battle. And remember, Alfred is mine. Soma, with me. Everyone else, go quickly to the village. Advance! Be on the lookout for any stray guards. Lupina, Yor, keep a strong flank. Get to the village and wait for my signal.
Distrust area, you think?
Let's smoke the rat out of this god's house.
Well, this is just the battle before the battle. What are you doing? Get off of that.
What do you see?
That's what I figured. gonna be a trap.
Alfred! Face me, and I will spare the last of Wessex my torch.
Did you think my king would turn his back on you, Eivor? When your knife is smeared with the blood of Were?
Stand aside, Goodwin. I come for Alfred.
Alfred is long gone. And this good Christian peace, the cup of honey wine, to trap some wasps.
Where is he?
Calling his allies to his side. All those who wish to see Wessex under one God. You cannot win England with your sorry crew of deluded farmers and godless fools.
At least I wouldn't leave them to die as I scurried through the corn husks like a rat.
You have no understanding of duty, the loyalty I freely give. His plan for England, for the world, is worth the cost of my life.
Then sing your tuneless hymns.
Come, Raven Feeder, do your worst.
Okay. You old enough to hold that sword? This guy's easy. With the smoke.
You are beaten, Goodwin.
Beaten? No, not so. By my death, my lord may live.
Alfred used you, fool. He threw you in my path. For what? The only delay is when it's inevitable.
Kill me then. It makes no odds. For here you stand, bloody and breathless, no closer to my king, no closer to his throne. This island will never be your home, Eivor. You will not subdue her with vicious force, or win her with cocksure words. We Saxons will always stand firm, shoulder by shoulder against thieves and tyrants, whose envious eyes fall upon England.
No, I will use you as you used me. A few hours in the company of my men, and you will lead us to your Sparrow King.
That I cannot allow.
What a loser. Whatever. Enjoy your time in purgatory, you moron. Oh, is she Captain America now? Oh, come on.
For glory! One more! Come, get up! This is no time for whip wailing!
I cannot. And there is a blackness closing in around my eyes. It frightens me.
Forgive me, Humwald. I should have been quicker.
No. You were my staunch protector, Eloise.
Hunwald, listen to me. You survived the Battle of Bottlestone. Do not let this scratch rest you now.
I'm so cold. Has winter come so soon?
You will warm yourself with mead and dancing yet, my friend.
Perhaps not, Avon. It may be I will sit beside my father soon. Will he be proud of me?
He will pull you to his breast, sob bright words of welcome, until you know man never had a worthier son.
I am glad to have known you, Avon. My truth.
There was nothing more you could have done. Friendship has a hollow ring. There's no threat of losing it. I should check on Bithram at the feast hall.
Well, I hope this doesn't end with everybody dying. Hey, like the guy just standing there?
Guthrum! I need you fighting with the rest! These men will not surrender! I will find a way in!
The fuck?
Much more check on Guthrum at the feast of peace. We watch each other's backs! Check on Guthrum at the feast hall.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
There! Ready!
Woke up. God damn it. You gonna get in here and help me or what? I'll screw off. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure of that, dickhead. Can you guys get out of the friggin' doorway, please?
They're weakened! Let us finish this!
They would stop respawning in the middle of the battlefield, that'd be great. Well, that battle is over, but we're not done yet.
They are routed! The city is ours! Wessex will follow! Guthrum Jarl, We're not without losses. Some of them brave.
Their king is fled. His pansies struck down. Defeat rings loud in their ears, and I will be their lord before the spring is here.
Guthrum, hear me. Somers. She's gone.
Soma? Dead? She has gone to the endless feast, and has the better for it.
Many fought for us and died. They deserve peace.
Are you ready to honor them?
I must speak to those still living. Do you think there will come a day when winning will not be enough?
Well, you can always fight with me if you want to taste crushing and loin-soiling defeat.
My very presence would make that impossible.
Enjoy this victory, Eivor, wherever it brings you. Only a coward thinks he'll live forever.
My thanks, though. You came to my aid when you were free to turn away.
And still it breaks my heart to look upon what we've done today. Was it the right choice? I do not know. But it is done now.
If Alfred had his way, there would never be friendship between Norse and Saxon. You fought for peace. Be proud of that.
I wish I could. And in time, perhaps I will.
Okay. You wear a furrowed brow.
Stowe is taking matters hard. You know how sensitive he is.
A man of faith and stout morals. Small wonder he is tormented.
His support for you has taxed him hard. I will take him back to London. Maybe he will find some comfort there.
You are his comfort, Edke. Not the city you watch. He is in good hands. It is done, Brodia. You fought well.
I saw him, Eivor. In my darkest moment, Brothir stood beside me. And all was as it used to be. And then the battle ended. I feel him no longer.
There will be other battles.
Aye. And there you'll find me, Eivor. In amongst the blood and death. Brothir at my shoulder. Until the Valkyries claim me.
You have given me more than I would ever have asked for. How will I repay it?
Keep him in your thoughts. For when a man is mourned, his deeds cheered and his songs sung, he cannot die.
My heart is heavy.
Many fought for us and died. They deserve peace.
Are you ready to honor them?
Yes. There's nothing more to say.
Time to send our friends to their great reward. Will you do the honors?
Nothing awaits them. They live, they die. And now their bodies will burn to cinders. Their saga ends here.
Well, do not share that with them.
Victory is ours. But it came at a great cost. Soma Jarlskog, who stood at Guthrum's right hand. She will live on in our memories, from now to the end of days. And to Hjor, warrior, husband, and a friend, he made the ultimate sacrifice. I here repay it. And to Hungo, whose kind heart has now led him to his father's side. May his God welcome him with open arms. Let us send them on their way. All our beloved dead, our fallen warriors, and speed them to their end.
Guthrum. When the Reeve died, did he take comfort in knowing he would soon see his god?
He was strangely peaceful in the end, as if death meant nothing.
We stumble through our years, ravenous, grasping, spilling blood, stealing gold, and it is never enough. This life is never enough. Would it not suit you to know there is something beyond all this? Not war and valor, but quiet and peace.
I think the afterlife men hope for is only a reflection of their regret in this life. All I wish for now is to live among the friends I've made. That is what counts.
Alfred made me swear fealty upon the cross of their god's son. He held such faith in it, a plain, unadorned thing. It burned between my fingers, as if I had pulled it from the fire. A feeling strange and powerful, but gone in an instant. I have not felt its like before.
What will you do now?
Whatever I must do. England is my final home, Eivor. And I will do what it takes to remain.
I should return to Swanborough and tell her of Hallwald's fate. Better the news comes from me than a stranger.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Jeez. This is gonna suck a lot. Yeah, these mastery points just gives a slight boost to a little every bit of everything. So now I get to go tell this lady that her husband is dead. As if I don't do that enough in real life.
Hello, Eivor. Eivor?
Swanborough,
No. Gods, no. Don't say it, please, Eivor. Don't say it.
I am sorry.
Oh! My uncle! No! My poor swan! Oh, gods!
He fought bravely and turned the tide to secure a victory. Your dear Hunwald died a hero and will be so remembered.
Oh, gods. I know he would have fainted to hear such praise from your lips. Thank you, Eivor. Thank you.
He walks among warriors now.
Yes. The lucky man. I imagine he does.
I know words are poor salve for a wounded heart. I will leave you to mourn, and know that we are here for you, always, should you need us.
Well, look who's back.
Between you and me, Eivor, always thought you'd be a good job.
May I see your stores?
I can get you that one easy. I feel like you have. Look how strong you are. You have a keen eye for nothing else I can do for you.
I will see you later, friend.
Fight well, Eivor.
There you are. I have something for you. A message. Quite strange.
What could you frickin' possibly have to say?
Something for me. What is it?
A letter requesting your presence in the southwest. A village called Athelney.
Nothing strange about a summons to me, is there?
It is not the recipient I find strange. It is the sender. The letter is signed a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Our mysterious partner.
For a short time I hoped it might be Basim feeding us the names of these targets. He seemed the most likely man for a time.
Only one way to discover the truth. Thank you, Hyde. I will take care of this.
The Grand Magister. We still have yet to identify who this poor fellow soldier of Christ is. I don't think I've ever been here yet. Well, let's find out who this guy is. Well, I've been reading ahead. The story's not very good if you know the ending. Well, we're about to find out.
All right there?
Yes, hello. I do not mean to intrude, but I am looking for someone.
And who would that be then?
I do not know exactly.
Well, that'd be why you ain't found him. But you're free to pass the time just here if you like.
Thank you.
These are soul cakes, love. Do you know soul cakes?
I do, I enjoy them.
They're small things, size of a lumpy fist. They'll make fast. Keep your eyes sharp.
Son of a bitch.
Do I baste them?
No need, love. We leave the butter for meal time.
I look forward to it.
Right then. I'll leave you to this. If you need me, I'll be doing the washing up next door.
Quite a step down from your former work, Lord.
As their guest, I volunteer to help with the daily chores. They offer me a bed. I tend the cakes.
Do they not feel strange giving orders to their king? Or do they know?
That knowledge would benefit no one.
I read your message. You went through a great deal of trouble to obscure yourself as this poor soldier of Christ. As I remember, you even sent yourself one of these letters in Winchester. A clever touch.
The order wanted me dead. I had to be careful.
You said you knew nothing about the order then. Pled ignorance. But you knew everything. Their names, their schemes.
Would you join me for a walk?
Because he's their friggin' leader.
I am.
Why am I not stabbing him in the face right this second?
The wars have not ended. You have simply stopped fighting. But men are brewing plots in mead halls and bedrooms. You will see.
Why are you not stabbing him in the face?
Getting used to the idea of being unremarkable?
I am well. Better than I expected. In this exile, I have found a somewhat nourishing peace. Each morning, I am awakened by the sun.
Although it does say must answer to someone above him. So I wonder who that is.
Water of the marsh. I eat from shrubs and drink from buckets. It is a good life. Simple. Blessed. I've never been so far west. I find it quite peaceful here. Calming.
I have travelled a long way to hear one name, Alfred. Who is the Orta's Grand Magister?
Tell your shadowy friends that England is swept clean. Your work is done.
You?
Grand Magister was not a title I desired. It passed to me on the death of my brother. From my father before him. Defilers of God's majesty and grandeur. I was their master, and I loathed them. With Goodwin, I set a plan in motion to destroy the order from within. But my troubles with the Danes delayed that plan.
But your trouble with this name is what led to their demise.
You are Norse, are you not?
You have a good ear.
I owe you my thanks, Abel. For that, I give you this. The key to my study. That you may better understand the good you have done. With the order all but destroyed, you have made room for a greater idea. One to take its place. A universal divine order, inspired by God for the betterment of man.
With a poor fellow soldier at its head.
You have saved England. Whether or not that was your intent. Now let England save you.
England is no more, Lord. You are the last of her kings, and yet you have no kingdom.
Look around. God's works are wondrous. They cannot be ignored, nor resisted. In time, all those who accept God will flourish, and all those who defy him will fall away. Should you remain in England, you too will one day be her subject.
Oh, bloody crumbs! The cakes are burnt. Where is that man? Young man, where have you gone?
That may have earned me a night of washing linens. I do not know if we shall meet again, Eivor. God willing, we will. As one lord to another, perhaps.
Why are you not stabbing him in the face?
My lady. I'm here.
And you're meant to believe any of that?
Alfred gave me a key to unlock his study. Somewhere in Winchester.
Dear, oh dear, look at them little balls of soot.
Good lady, forgive me. I was lost in thought.
No matter, just let him cool and we'll begin again.
Direct me and I will obey.
So, the game is considering him to be gone? So who's this? Defeated? Then that's everybody. So, you know what this means, right? not letting me travel to Norway. Well, that's crap. Because now that the entire order is wiped out, I'm supposed to be able to go and collect Thor's Hammer Mjolnir. Okay, so this king just basically murdered all of these good people, and I'm supposed to just let them walk away? Opens a door in the old Minster Winchester. Fast travel unavailable. Well, it's not letting me fast travel at all. It's probably why it's... It says fast travel unavailable. Why isn't it letting me fast travel? Can't fast travel at all. Makes things a little bit difficult. So essentially,
This was where Alfred said the battle with Upper took place. Upper. So Alfred spoke true. May you join your brother, old friend, wherever he found his final peace. Rest well, my friend.
good God. That's a hell of a way to go. The loot was probably just a couple of coins here and there. Well, the whole point of this was to kind of kill the morale of the troops was the whole point of this. But damn. It's even got dramatic music and everything. Still not letting me fast travel. God, that sucks too, because I can go right now and get Mjolnir.
I should talk to Hythe.
I'd be happy to talk to Hythe if you'd let me fast travel. Okay, now it's letting me fast travel. There it goes. And I'm not 100% sure exactly where this hammer is, other than it's up in the north of the map and a giant crater. I never really looked up exactly where it was. Somewhere around here. Crap. Not exactly sure where it is. what it sounded like.
Let's get out of here.
I don't think Sigurd knew who the leader was, but he was talking about how he hated Folke for what she did to him, but because of what she did to him, he was able to realize that he was an actual god, or so he thought. Turns out he's a reincarnation of Tyr. I hope this thing is worth it. You know, I really don't know.
What's wrong with you?
As far as I knew, there was still a whole other city to take over. But I guess the guy just turned over and gave up. And that guy that killed himself over it, killed himself over nothing. But it would have been nice to get this thing sooner. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to go through all this achievement just to get this weapon and go, yeah, I've got a weapon. Nothing to do with it. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. This hammer's supposed to be in a giant crater somewhere around here. Unless this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. I see some sparking down there. Yep, there it is. Yay. Excalibur? No, I gave up on those caves. So now how do I pick it up? Alright, I'm here. How do I pick it up? You've got to be kidding me. I can't pick it up. I went all this way. It's right there. Oh, you have to have all the armor equipped, too. Which is why he says I have to go talk to Hytham, because that's where you get it. Fuck on. There's no friggin' fast travel points here either.
Eivor, did Basim contact you in Norway? He said he would be joining you. Yet here you are, and I have no word from him.
Hytham, this will be hard to hear, but Basim attacked us in Norway. Vengeance for some transgression of ours, imagine the real.
You mean you slew him yourself?
Sigurd and I, together. I know this comes as a...
I do not understand. Why would he do such a thing? He loved Sigurd, he loved you.
I do not understand it myself. Perhaps one day we can speak about this with more clarity. But for now, I am deeply sorry. Here you are, Hytham, the last of the Order's sigils. You will find King Alfred's among them.
King Alfred? Did our poor fellow soldier lead you to his hiding place?
He did, for they were one and the same. Our poor fellow soldier of Christ was the Grand Magister of the Order of the Ancients.
He turned on his own order. Fascinating.
Not turned so much as trampled. His devotion to Christ and what he calls the universal order set him against them from the start. With all sincerity, he loathed the title and the duty he had inherited and wished them destroyed.
Wonderful. With his abdication, the last stronghold of the Order has been dismantled. All that remain are scraps here and there, and you, Eivor. Now that you have seen our enemy and you understand our cause, I wonder if you would join us. Become a hidden one.
Was this your ultimate goal, Hytham? A trial by fire? It is a kind offer, but I do not believe we fight for quite the same cause. Your creed demands that you keep your triumphs hidden. I prefer my glory to be in plain view for all to see.
If I taught you our creed, if you spent time with it, it could open your mind to another view.
Another view is always welcome. But to live without celebrating one's glory and honor and achievements is not a life for me. But know this, I would give my life for a moment for those I love and who love me in return. All here, including you, my friend.
I understand you well, Eivor. Very well indeed.
Well, there it is. Thor's cloak. He just handed it to me. Looks pretty nice. So now, we go to Norway. We do all that traveling all over again. I didn't know you had to get the entire Thor's armor first. But I've got everything. There's his cloak, his cape, chest armor, breeches, gauntlets, and the helmet. Thor set 5 of 5. Okay, so I have them all now. So the game better not screw me over. I don't know why it would, but there are glitches in this thing. But the big question is, with this hammer, can you throw it like he does? No, you can do that in God of War, even though it's not Thor's hammer, but you can still do that. You throw your axe and so forth. So I don't know if you can do that in this.
Let's have a song.
Well, It's on autopilot now.
Control yourself.
What are you doing? Get off the boat. It kills me how you just... You're trying to run along somewhere and then he just automatically latches onto something. Let's see if I am worthy. Yep. I am worthy. Oh, I can dual wield it. It's interesting. I can put runes on it. What? I guess I can't throw it. Well, back to what I was doing. So, yay, I got Mjolnir. Yay. Big kitty. Well, there's Sigurd. Hey Sigurd, look what I got. Oh, he doesn't care. Well, let's go talk to Ranvi. Now that I have a weapon and nobody to fight with it.
Good to see you.
Hamptonshire has fallen, and with it the kingdom of Wessex. But the cost was great. Maybe too great for all we gained.
Rest then. You have earned it.
On the backs of so many. Time will tell if it was worth it.
Alright, so now what? Hunt the remaining order of the agents are done. Done. Everything's done. The alliance map. There's nothing. There's nothing left. Completed. 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 Everything's completed.
I have changed my mind. I should go.
Well, the sword was just an optional thing. Well, I don't know. Well, I guess they need a new king, so I guess Halfdan wants so bad to be the new king, so and there's a quest to go talk to him. So let's see what this is all about. So I got all this armor and this weapon, and there's nothing left. I mean, you don't really officially beat a game until you see the credits, right? This game is really, really long. And I've conquered about 90% of it. But yeah, I'm sure they'll make some DLC for it. This game was too popular not to have it. So I guess we're gonna make Halfdan the new king, I guess.
I wonder how Halfdan fares, now that he sits on the throne.
Moira may know where Halfdan has gone.
Moira, is something wrong?
Weep for Northumbria.
Is it Halfdan? Has he gotten worse?
His heart is broken. He's a mere shadow of himself. With Faravid lost and his brothers away, he wallows in paranoia and sadness.
I could speak with him. Where is he now?
Wandering the fields of Peturinga with his beloved Beonton.
I'll find him. Thank you, Moira.
Peturinga is in the east. Just follow the road to Scarborough.
Oh my god, how far away? Holy shit. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, yeah. He's supposed to be the new king. What are you doing, horse? Come on, man. Fucking game glitches. Oh, you dismount after you jump the fence. Oh my god. So, instead of the random English soldiers walking around now, it's all Vikings walking around. So if this guy's not fit to be king, then who is?
Show me.
Yes, this is the guy who got lead poisoning.
Survey the area.
No glory, no hope. Nothing but snow, silent as a corpse in its grave.
Stand up, Halfdan. I'm taking you back to Jorvik. Up, my lord. You're a king. You're not allowed to sulk. Men bled and died to sit you on that throne. So go, sit.
My brother, Ivar. Did he die well?
He died fighting.
You slew my brother and never said a word. You kept this from me.
It was no secret. Abba knew. Did he not?
Leave me.
I will not. I've come to see you safely home. Now, get up.
I mislaid my hammer. I think Beonton ran off with it, but I'm not well, Eivor.
I'll find your hammer, and then you'll come with me.
I was on my way to Scarborough. If you find my hammer, bring it to me then.
Oh, for crying out loud. No, it all depends if I get attacked or not.
Loki Rabbit, I call on you, nay, demand of you. Send me a Holmgang champion to test my might. I am waiting to fight your champion, Loki Rabbit. Send them forth to meet me in the square. Is this the champion you've conjured for the Holmgang, Loki Rabbit? Looks like a fine fighter to me.
A warrior I am, but I have nothing to do with the rabbit.
I've been ready. I am ready. Fists up. Go to split.
Really? Did he just rock bottom me? Alright, I'm not screwing around. He's doing wrestling moves.
Yield. And what did Loki Rabbit promise you, champion? Wealth, fame, honor?
The rabbit said nothing. A lesson you should learn.
Okay, I don't know what these mastery points are all about.
Stretch your wings, Sunan.
This game is making me lose my sanity too.
There's Bert, guarding the hammer. needs his hammer.
Half drunk. A magical horse appears out of nowhere. Alright, here's your friggin' hammer.
Called Fish. Where's that husband of yours? Off fishing again.
But now he's not here. Right after I'm done with this, I'm going to bed.
The lighthouse. After awaits. This hammer is not meant to be thrown, Halfdan. Remember that next time.
My father, Ragnar, gifted this to me. Took it off a Finnish chief. Still warm with blood when he handed it to me. I had 14 winters.
Ragnar Lothbrok was a great king.
He's gonna jump, isn't he?
A Finnish arrow killed my mother. A shield maiden she was. As fierce as a wolf swallowing the sun. My father swore to kill the men who took her from us. And he did. 14 against 1. But that was years ago in the east. And this is the west, where my father lies dead. A pile of bones in a pit of snakes.
And here we are, still telling stories of his life and deeds.
How did my brother die?
With his hand on his axe, awaiting the maidens of the battle slain.
Now he drinks at our father's side, awaiting the war at the end of days. Beelton, my boy! Come here, boy!
A dog always forgives, but he needs you home. All of Northumbria does.
Do a last thing for me. Light the beacon for all to see, and let it burn.
He's gonna jump. Okay, now what? Nope, that was it. only thing left to do now is upgrade the settlement all the way, which I don't have enough resources to do. So, it looks like that's where it ends. Yeah, that's what it probably doesn't end until I upgrade the town all the way and such. But I still have to reach settlement level 6, which I'm like a hair away from doing. And then you've got this Thousand Eyes merchants that are all over the world. And then all these codex pages, which are, good lord, they're everywhere. Codex pages look like this. So I have to collect all of these. And there's tons of them. I think you saw the end of the story. I guess you don't see the actual ending until I get the settlement up to level 6. But there's nothing left for me to do to get it to level up, so I don't know what it wants me to do. I've done all the raiding, I've done all the looting. There's nothing else for me to do. All the quests are done. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Gunnar wants me for something.
Eivor, good to see you. I am, did you want something, or? I was wondering.
What's wrong?
Bridget and I were thinking, with everything calming down the way it has, maybe you could find a spare moment then.
You want to be married?
Yes, to each other.
Yes, I imagine.
Well, what else would there be?
To see you so happy has been a pleasure, and to marry you would be an honor. Shall I put out a call to any friends abroad?
I'll be honest, Eivor. I came here with a lot of you, because nothing and no one kept me back there. The Raven clan is all the family I need, and Bridget too. From all she said, she's better off here than with those she calls kin. Just a couple of foundlings we are.
Then let's not bother with tradition. If you have your bride and your blade, we will see you wed. As Jarl, I do it gladly.
Oh, there we go. Wedding. Drinks for everybody.
About you and Bridget. When do you wish to be wed?
The sooner I can make her my wife, the happier I will be. But we are fine to wait until everything is settled here.
Oh no, we're doing this now.
Enough waiting. Cool your thoughts and cover your anger. Let's get you married.
Wonderful. Shall we gather everyone?
Gather your wife and your courage. I will bring the people together.
I think it was meant to be a joke. But yay, wedding. Yeah. Maybe 2 weddings.
I am honored to stand before you, Bridget, on this bountiful day, to celebrate the strength of your bond and to see you wed. I am in witness of a love that inspires and empowers. I invite you now to speak your vows.
To you, my darling Bridget, I offer his blade, forged in flames that burn as brightly as my heart does for you.
A blade as sharp as your wit, as glinting as your beauty. May it sing through the air as sweetly as your voice meets my
She's got such a thick accent you can't understand her. Ivor's like, really?
And I give you my sword and my promise.
Is she gonna be able to lift it?
I will stand at your side forever.
Hyd fi breuddwydio am ffiltio'n hun, a di sôn tawonach yn hope, a premonition. Ond dim mount o sgraen a foresight ar y twyfi sweeping adventure waiting ti. Tiwr enaid fel dim arall, a dyn a strong a hwyrtigi.
Everybody's like,
Calon, yn hedfan dy ryti.
Such poetry. You make me cry, my love.
Let us hedfan of yn gilydd, tra bywyd and beyond.
I offer you this ring. Take yours in kind. I will wear it with pride and honor. Warmed by the love of so perfect a lady.
And I gwisgo fel calon adoration a ffydd am byth.
This is a great day of my life. Embrace me, my love.
yay! Just love the looks everybody gives each other every time she talks.
With our couple now bonded in matrimony, now we drink.
Oh yeah, 2 weddings. 2 weddings. Yeah, see? She's like, come here. God, they're still going at it over there.
Randvi, saw you looking a little lonely. Thought I might come and join you.
How nice. Are you enjoying yourself?
I am. I never thought I would see gruff old Gunnar so enraptured by a woman.
Enraptured by anything, for that matter. He's a hard one to read, but I am pleased for him, and for this day of rest and respite. After everything, a few days of feasting will do the people some good. They need this.
They do.
Will you walk with me?
Anywhere. Lead on.
Something has been on my mind for some time. I am no seer, but I foresaw this day long ago. Not Gunnar's marriage, but our situation. Our success.
How do you mean our success?
I mean to say that I saw our settlement flourishing, through our victories in war and in diplomacy. And from the day we set out from Norway, I knew that you would make a fitter leader than Sigurd. It was never in his character to lead. It was always within yours.
I see.
Do you?
You might have warned me.
You would not have listened. I do hope you see it now, in all that you have done for us.
Randvi, you and the people here have done more for me than I could ever repay. I am honored by your faith in me, and your confidence.
As I am honored by your friendship.
And I by yours.
Eivor, I want you to know that Sigurd and I are... We are severing the bonds of our marriage. We share a love that is steadfast, and I have faith it will forever be so. But it is not the love of a wife and her husband. It was not an easy decision. But after we talked with honesty, we embraced more warmly than we have in a great while. I think we will be happy.
I hope so. And I am pleased for you.
I am pleased for myself. Sigurd's desires are bigger than any man or woman can offer. He longs for something more.
And what about you? What are you looking for?
I have all I need right here. With you. With our people.
Yay, you finally get to tell her! Yay! 2 weddings.
want to say, Randvi, I love you, and I have for some time. I did not pursue it, but wanting to betray my brother's trust. That does not mean I did not desire it. Does that surprise you?
Guess not.
Gods, I worried you saw me as a woman starved for the affection of her husband, that it was loneliness driving you. But it was you, Eivor. Only you. Everything you are, everything you will become.
Randvi, without you, I would have lost my way 1,000 times.
I never told him outright, but I doubt he will be surprised. I think he may have suspected it even, some time ago.
If he suspected it, he never said anything.
He is more observant than I often give him credit for. I believe he sees us as we are, and as we hope to be. We can wait to tell him. Give it a few days, when the feasting is over and everything is settled.
Agreed. I have waited long enough for you, and you for me. That is another few days.
The blink of an eye.
And they lived happily ever after. The end.
Shall we find our way back to the wedding? Bridget might give another speech. We must not miss that.
I have not understood a single word of hers since Gloucestershire.
Really? I find she speaks beautifully. With poetry even.
You liar.
Are you kidding?
Am I? Come, we should go.
I don't even think these experience points even matter anymore. Where exactly is this anyway? Okay. Yeah, Sigurd probably already knows the way he's been looking at him.
It is a strange feeling. Weddings at the beginning of something. This feels like something of an end.
The first happy union in our home. We have matured into something greater. So yes, a beginning and an end, I think.
How are the marriage customs in your country? Something like this?
Like this in all the most important ways. There are smiles, cheers, and warm embraces. All that is needed, I think.
Gunnar, you old trout. You're a married man. Never thought I would see the day.
Nor did I. And not for lack of trying.
Richard, I gift you a formal welcome to our clan and our family. You are a fine addition to Gunnar's life and to ours.
Diolch heddiw. I couldn't be more happy to go, ma. Hoping now what's well in a case me sure that he is.
Yes, of course.
Oh my god, I actually understood what she said.
Wonderful to have you.
She's a pikey. That's what it is. She's a pikey. Those are very, very rare. Pikeys are part Irish and a pikey. They're half Irish and half British. Kind of a weird mixture. They call them pikeys.
Volker, I want to thank you for all you've done for me. My visions have lessened of late, and I find it hard to explain how different I feel. Grounded, unified, at peace.
That is good to hear, Eivor. Very good to hear.
You've been among us for quite some time, Rick. Are you ready to settle? Make a home here?
For a year or two, perhaps. But I am not the settling kind. I am a wanderer, always searching, never finding. Maybe one day.
Alvis, I'm surprised you did not serenade the bride and groom with a verse or two.
Oh, I wished to, I did. But all that came to me were insults and jibes. Another time, I think.
So I'm pretty sure about most of the story is pretty much done. Yeah, there was a big fight with Odin. And then the fight pretty much ended with me getting away from him, and he wasn't happy about that. And he told Eivor, I'll give you everything you want or need. What more do you want than that? And his response was, everything else. So I guess that's it. And they lived happily ever after. I'm pretty sure, though, that there'd be more with Sigurd. Because they did say they were going to wait a couple of days before they said anything. It's a wedding, you'd think there'd be drinking games or something. Well, I'm pretty sure a game's not over until you see credits. I mean, that's kind of how it's always been, right? Well, I guess we go back and go to bed. Because you can't pass the time unless you actually go to sleep. This whole Firefly thing, I'm not really sure what that's all about. What's with the camera? Oh. Time is passing. Okay. It did it on its own, so I guess they're not done.
The Wolfgar. So glad to see you.
There goes Ranvi. Back to her spot at the table.
Pleasure to see you, Eivor.
Are we gonna do this alliance map thing or what? Ooh. Got more options with her now. Alright.
Come to me.
Bound to go wow wow. Yep. I think it's kind of obligatory at this point to do this.
Should we take this to your chamber?
No need.
But of course it's PG, so they're not going to show anything. But that was quite some time that went by. So good for them. So where? Because there's no hut or anything. I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be a conversation with Sigurd.
And what can I do for you on this fine day? Eivor, I want to thank you on behalf of myself and Bridget. Our wedding was the greatest day of my life, and it could never have gone so well without you.
Truly, Gunnar. It was my pleasure. I would like to see what you have in stock.
All my pieces are good, but that one's very good. I do good work, I must say.
I'm off. Be well, friend.
Pet the dog. So where would Sigurd be?
In my eyes.
So I don't have enough resources to upgrade any further, and it's on right on the edge of. So I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to upgrade to level 6, unless you do it by doing those other missions. just for the sake of saving time, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do.
All right, just a little break.
Okay, so apparently, from what I'm reading here, the final boss in the game was Fenrir, and I already dealt with him a long time ago. I don't think there's anything else left in the game, and I didn't see any credits. There, you want to see credits? Here's credits. So I guess the ending is Basim was one of the ancients all along, and he's still in play, but he's in modern times, so the next game will probably see him at the beginning, because he wanted to find William Miles, who was Desmond's dad, who was supposed to be the leader of the modern-day assassins. So we can basically say we got the good ending. Sigurd is happy with how things ended up. Ivor and Randvi got together. Everybody's happy about it. So I guess that's really about it. My controllers. Controller died in the middle of that. Yeah, there was a lot of the members of the Order that were just kind of along for the ride, just there to visit targets.
Hearken well in Hall of Kings. On ocean's steed my words gain wings. Odin's mead I forth will bring. For noble deeds thine honor sing. The brave men slain Valkyrier ways. Reward for strain to Valhalla takes. Then horns resounds the mighty hall. For those who fight, for those who fall. For those who fight, for those who fall. Warlord weaves his web of fear. Each man gets his fated share. A blood-red sash, the warrior shield. Ravens scan the battlefield. Ravens scan the battlefield. The beaten blades no trail of red. Loathing gazed upon the dead. Then horns resounds the mighty hall. For those who fight and those who fall. For those who fight and those who fall.
Yeah, that was the only thing about it, is they could have done a lot more with stories for the Order members. But good God, I've been playing this game for about a month now.
And disorder of the land dethroned. Plans tangle as they go down. A stubborn monarch's head uncrowned. Fiercely eyed in flaming pride. Mercia's men are called to stride. With firing heart rode the warrior forth to redden the roads of Repton.
Yep, I've had my PS5 since December 11th. And I've been playing this game since then. And here it is, the end of January. So that's how long it took me to finish this game. A month and a half it took me to finish this. And I've been playing it a lot.
No matter what our hero choose, I fear that there is none to lose.
But it was worth it. It was a good game.
Award him life or incite the kill. His days remain few numbered still. To your friend be a friend. Gifts you return with gifts.
I downloaded the soundtrack to this on my phone, so I was listening to it at work. So maybe my next night off, I'll start streaming Cyberpunk. I've played a little bit of that, but I've still got about 95% of the game still to go. There's a lot of people that made this game. Cyberpunk is made by the same people who made the Witcher games. It's just hard moving around right now. Cyberpunk is made by the same people who made the Witcher games. And they're under a lot of scrutiny right now because they were pressured to push the game out early when it wasn't done. People are throwing a fit over it. But it's a first-person game set in the year 2077, where it's in the future. It's common for people to have cybernetic enhancements. It's rated M, very much so. I mean, there's naked people and stuff everywhere in that game. Like, holy crap. Cyberpunk is definitely very much more intense than Assassin's Creed is. Assassin's Creed censors a lot of crap. Cyberpunk does none of the sort. There's language in it like crazy. It has no business for kids around it at all. I'm surprised Twitch even allows it. I played it for about 15 minutes and it was like, holy crap. It's got Keanu Reeves in it, plays a major role. And if anybody likes Keanu Reeves like I do, he does a fantastic job like he always does. So if you like Keanu Reeves, you'll like this game. He's in it a lot. And he plays an asshole. So it's kind of funny. So the whole basic premise that I got from it, well, Cyberpunk's all over Twitch right now. People are playing like crazy. But the premise of it is that you're some guy or girl, whatever you play as. You play a person that's from a scavenger from like out in the middle of the wastelands. And you smuggle things in and out of this city. At some point during all this, you're told to transport this briefcase with something in it. You're not supposed to know what. Things go south, you go into the briefcase, and it's a computer chip. And we're trying to figure out what's on this computer chip. So, Genius decides it'd be a bright idea to take the computer chip and put it into your head, literally in your head. There's a slot, like a disk drive or whatever, that's in your head. You push it in there and you can read whatever's on there. The point being is that you can read memories and information and so forth. Well, you get, and the briefcase was meant to go to some very rich, corrupt, rich guy. He's like a crime lord. And what was on that chip was this character called Johnny Silverhand, who's played by Keanu Reeves. Johnny Silverhand was the leader of a resistance against this corporation years ago, but Johnny died, and his personality and his memories are put into this computer chip, which are now in your head. And over the course of the game, Johnny Silverhand is slowly taking over your brain to take over your body. And you're trying to figure out how to keep that from happening. At the same time, he's trying to help you against this corporation, and it's a long, drawn-out story that I haven't even gotten into yet. But Johnny Silverhand is apparently a big, giant asshole, and he cusses you out the whole time, calls you names, and calls you, you know... It's funny how it goes. A couple of times he says things, and you can't help but laugh. What do you mean, check out Soma? Did I miss something? Oh, because Soma's a character in this game too. One that died. So her grave is probably over here somewhere. Well, the problem with Cyberpunk right now is, like I said, they released it way before it was ready. So it's glitches galore. They put out a major patch, I think, last week with a bunch of fixes on it. Now, the thing is, if you're playing it on a new Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5 or on the computer, the game runs okay. You're able to actually play it and enjoy it. And when I played it on my PS5, it seemed to work fine. But if you're playing it on a PS4 or a regular Xbox One, it runs like shit and you can't play it. That's the big gripe. But what I've played of it, it seemed to run fine. A little bit of glitches here and there, nothing major, nothing I even never really noticed.
When I close my eyes, I see your designs on the arms of the gods. You are a brave man, Holt. Know that we'll take care of Swinburne, though she will miss you every day.
Well, I think I'm going to call it a night, since this game is finally done. while every game has a little bit of glitches, there's glitches in this. It's still enjoyable, but Cyberpunk was clearly not done when they released it. It was crashing, textures weren't loading, walls weren't loading, and the list goes on and on and on. They even come out and flat out admitted and apologized that the game was not done when they released it because they were pressured to get it out before Christmas. Their publisher wanted the game out before Christmas, and they wanted it out in time as a release title for the new systems. And it just wasn't done. They told them it wasn't done. They said they didn't care. Get it out anyway. So now they're in the process of patching it. But I'm going to call it a night. Well, when your boss tells you to release it, you release it. You don't have a choice. You know, the ones that are paying the bills, you're telling them to do something, they do it. The game companies have two groups of people that handle it. You have the developer and you have the publisher. The developer makes the game, the publisher advertises it, gets it out. It's like having a book publisher. Someone who writes the book, someone who publishes it. For example,
been eating fish?
A lot of the Star Wars games that were coming out that people didn't like, EA was not the one making the game, even though EA is blamed by everybody for anything that goes wrong with it. Electronic Arts did not make those Star Wars games. They were the publisher. That's why some games seem to be better than others. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Some Nintendo games back in the day. In fact, case in point, WrestleMania game was published by a company called LJN, with that little rainbow symbol. But the game was actually created by Rare. If you remember Rare, they're the ones who made Battletoads, they're the ones who made Killer Instinct, Banjo-Kazooie. On the Nintendo 64, when you had Killer Instinct and Banjo-Kazooie and Jet Force Gemini and such, those were made by Rare. They were published by Nintendo. So in the case with CD Projekt Red, who made Cyberpunk, I'm not sure who their publisher was. I'd have to look it up. But their publisher told them, you need to get it out now before Christmas. Publishers are the boss. You want to make the money, you got to do what they say. If you're writing a book, you just provide the story, and your publisher is the one who sells it. But anyway, I'm going to bed. My back is killing me. So I'm going to see about going to work tomorrow. We'll see about if I go to work tomorrow or not. I'm going to try. If nothing else, my normal days off are Wednesday and Thursday, so Wednesday night I'll be here after a while. Then I'll probably get into Cyberpunk. So, I'll talk to everybody on Discord for a few minutes.